its annual shareholder meeting at Virgin Galactic in June. I don't expect too much crazy updates on the annual shareholder meeting, but you can vote. I feel like we are really at some kind of bottom here, right? It seems like the stock doesn't want to go down much more than $7. It's Friday, guys, and welcome to your favorite show on the internet. If you are a space enthusiast or a space SPCE enthusiast, Virgin Galactic enthusiast, right? So we will talk about 4 topics today. First will be you need to vote, okay? It's annual shareholder meeting at Virgin Galactic in June, so you need to prepare to vote if you want. All about that in about the first category. Then we will talk about the space content industry, right? I feel there's more and more content considering space, which is great because as more as it's talked about, as more people are believing that this is the next frontier and more people will invest into the available stocks, which is, you know, just a handful and therefore also will benefit Virgin Galactic. So this we will talk about next. Then we will see crazy sell-off week and space was performing good or well. This will be something that we need to find out in the third category, and then we will talk about the stock chart. Now, before we diving into the content, I would appreciate if you smash the like button, you ring the bell, you subscribe to get all the news about space and other things that I'm talking here frequently. And then also make sure that you are aware about X10 day trading. This is my new product. It's a video course, but it's not only in the video course. This is just a small part of it. You also will get access to a group, okay? There's 2 channels. The one channel is for general chat where we talk with other day traders about, you know, what the market could do and how the market could react. And then we are having the second channel, which is actually the more interesting because you just have to copy and paste my trade and you can trade exactly what I'm trading and at the exact same time. So it's super easy, no knowledge needed, and you can join now before we rising prices in May, which is after this weekend. So make sure to check it out, link into the description. Let's dive in. So much space content is out there. I just switched on Netflix. You remember this huge documentary about the 4 civilians that rode SpaceX to outside the Earth and the atmosphere into the orbit and then actually were there for 3 days before coming back? This was a fantastic documentary that showed that the frontier of space is not only for professional astronauts, but for the everyday people, okay? So this was fantastic. Then, you know, before that we had other kind of documentaries, but there was also the Space Force, which is a very funny series on Netflix. Now they just came out with a second season, which I haven't seen yet, but I definitely want to have a look over the next couple of weeks. And there's another documentary with Elon Musk and the SpaceX company and the space industry. So you see, like, slowly but surely you see everywhere those, you know, new space documentaries, new space live streams. SpaceX, you know, introduced basically the live streaming to missions, which was fantastic, and Virgin Galactic as well as Blue Origin both copied it and is doing like live streams every now and then, which is quite interesting. So with that said, I want to make sure that you are understanding the implications for that. You know, when people are using those streaming services, they are getting also opinion, okay? They are forming an opinion. What it means is like they're watching the series. This is step 1. Step 2 is basically they are seeing, okay, space is something real, something fun, something that is today, that is the future, and so on. And then third, some of them decide either directly from there to invest in a space company, or another option, they actually wait and then they will at some point will be confronted with investing into a space company and then invest. Okay, so I think has like long-term positive vibes on space and the people that are actually want to create a certain level of knowledge from the industry, and it's one of the potentially biggest industries that was ever there. Because think about it, whatever we are doing right now is on planet Earth, but if we can expand this will be huge, and I love that. So check it out and invest into Virgin Galactic. So you might have already received it, and it's looking like that, the email by Virgin Galactic for the annual shareholder meeting. Okay, so let's dive in. So first of all, there is also the notification for a proxy vote, which means that shareholders will get a couple of questions which they have to vote for or against, and they also get the recommendation by the company. Okay, so let's have a look. So first of all, there's a kind of stockholder intro by the interim chair of the board, who's Evan Lovell. And then you have, a couple of information when it's held, right? So it's 9th of June. It's a total online meeting, okay? So you can see you will be able to attend the annual meeting online and submit your questions during the meeting by visiting virtualshareholdermeeting.com/2022. Okay, so this is what's going on. And then you see a lot of informations. My personal highlights here were that we might get some more information about Virgin Galactic over the period of the shareholder meeting. So I will definitely give a kind of update after the shareholder meeting to see what are the kind of updates and highlights of that. Okay, so make sure to stay tuned. Now there's also voting, so you can see here that what is actually going to be done. There's the voting of the new board of directors, right? So there's also a kind of statistics here where you can see, okay, the director age, the average age, and so on and so forth, and how long they are staying. You see here that what are the nomination skills and so on. So you get all this information. I will not go now through 80 pages with you, but you see what's an interesting part. Okay, so here, for example, just something that is one proposal. Proposal number 1, to elect the directors nominees listed in the proxy statement. Okay, then you go here. Proposal number 2, to ratify the appointment of KPMG LLP as the company's independent registered public accounting firm. Okay, proposal number 3 is to approve on an advisory non-binding basis the compensation of our named executives, and so on and so forth. And there's the explanation of those 3 proposals. There's the further elaboration of those nominees and so on. So all in all, maybe we will see some news. The last annual shareholder meeting was not that informative. There was not much of an update. So this is definitely after the earnings, right? So make sure that understand the earnings will be the big update. So I don't expect too much crazy updates on the annual shareholder meeting, but you can vote. So take your chance and do that if you want. And let's dive into the stock performance. What a week, unbelievable, because we just got last Thursday the appearance of Jerome Powell, and he said that we might rise 0.5% again, like we did in the last Fed meeting, and this was absolutely hammering for the market. So we crashed on Thursday, on Friday. Monday was a slight recovery. Tuesday another crash, then Wednesday, Thursday a little bit of a recovery, and you see here we saw something very similar that we saw in March. Okay, so we saw here in March we came from the highs of February, then in March, until mid of March we saw lows of $6.80, Then we raised to $11, and then again we just sold to almost again $6. So here the lowest point that we got to was the $7.50 that we are currently at as of this recording on Thursday. Market cap at $1.94 billion. Dirt cheap in my personal opinion, as you know, but the overall week was again, you know, very, very bad, 10% off. And but if you consider that, you know, Space being such a growth stock and such a to-be revenue generating company, then you are thinking, wow, it exactly lost the same as the S&P 500, right? So in the same range, right? That's a quite interesting, part that, in my opinion, shows that, you know, while the index is losing 7%, usually growth stocks and, you know, stocks that still have to create some revenue are losing much more, a multiply of that, right? I feel like we are really, really at some kind of bottom here, right? It seems like the stock doesn't want to go down much more than $7 here, and it's fighting. So that's great to see. It seems like if those were the lows for 2022, then hopefully, you know, from here we go up and see a much bigger number. So another great opportunity to buy great cheap stock here in Virgin Galactic. Stay tuned and let's dive into the stock chart. Oh, let's have a look into the chart of Space. And here you can see that we are actually going to get to the close of the bottom actually. As you know, I think the bottom is somewhere here at 7. So here we see the, let's say, kind of a little bit of very sold situation here. We crossed the moving average of 50 here again. So that gave another pressure here to sell, but I think we will stay for this channel for a longer time. Okay, now, when do you think, according to the overall situation, Virgin will start to gain? I think it will be somewhere here when the first people come back from the summer holidays and they want to be ready for the Santa Claus rally. More people are doing that, and then they are actually going into full buying mode here, where I see the stock up to, let's say, $30. I think this is something realistic, either in the end of this year or beginning of next year. We shall see, and I'm looking super much forward to that, because this will be the day when I will say, hey, I told you so, make sure to buy on the way down, so once it's back at 30 you make 200 or 300% even, right? So this is the main strategy here that I'm following, and let me know in the comments below. And finally, let's have a look into the X10 day trading trailer for you now. Let me introduce you to my brand new product, X10 Day Trading. Basically, you are sick and tired of your 9-to-5 jobs like I was, then this is for you. Or you just want to get a little bit of money on the side, a couple of $1,000s per month with day trading, where you don't need to know technical analysis and where you watch only 10 videos to know the strategy that I used to 10x $2,000. Yes, in 1 month, and I did it twice. And let me tell you what comes with it: a 30-minute call with me, plus an exclusive group that is coming only with this purchase, plus a second 30-minute call with me a couple of weeks later to see if you're going. So I'm holding your hand, but obviously it's time limited, so 50 people maximum. Get in if you want right now.